Hey Cake Face fam, so welcome back. I am going to play with makeup today. I have all kinds of goodies, including Natasha Denona Chromium shadows. These are multi-chrome liquid shadows and they are bomb. So nice. I did use 3 shades in my eye look today. On the lid I used Scarab, which is my favorite, and it's this gorgeous blue, green, gold multi-chrome shift. I also used Dragonfly underneath the eyes for just a tiny bit of warmth to the eye look. And then, of course, I had to use Ultraviolet because I love purples so much. And this is a beautiful purple to green multi-chrome. Lovely. And I just use that very faintly in the inner corner and underneath the brows. I put together a palette specifically for this look using Viseart shadows. I've got some shadows from the Grande Pro 1, shadows from Editorial Brights, from Cool Mattes duochromes from the Grande Pro 2 in here. Lovely little palette I curated for this look and as bases for the Chromium shadows. I also pulled out some ColourPop goodies, glitter pots. These are so nice, the Glitterly Obsessed body glitter situations. I do think that they're meant for the body and not the eyes. I also give some little tips on how to make sure you don't get these in your eyes. Obviously with glitter there's no guarantee that they won't end up in there, which would end up being very bad. I've heard some horror stories. So I don't do this a whole lot on my channel. I don't like to include glitter in all of my looks, as you guys know. But once in a while, you just gotta put some glitter. You just gotta put some glitter on. It just is a must. You just have a desire, a need, a compulsion to be that disco ball, and that was today for me. I was like, I need a little bit of sparkly joy right now, and I've been all about it with nails and all sorts of stuff. I just want the shiny. So that is the place I'm in right now. Colorful, shiny. If you'd like to see a purely fun makeup tutorial, then you are in the right place. But you know what would really make my day even more than glitter bombs is if you went ahead and did your face with me. If you would go ahead and play with your makeup alongside me, I would just love that. Let's go ahead and get started on the creation portion of this video. I primed my eyes using my Viseart eyeshadow base. I'm going to start with my brows because I have a new brow product. My friend Anthony, I'll link to his video down below. He created a video comparing this brow soap with a Fenty brow wax styler. He has really thick brows. It worked really well for him. And in the past, I've never been able to get brow soap to work for my brows. They just really want to grow downward. So we're going to give this a shot. And he said that letting it dry down is really key for stubborn brows. So I'm going to dampen the spoolie. I'll coat the spoolie with soap. I'm going to make sure I get plenty on there. And then I'm going to work it through my brows, making sure I coat every brow hair. The front part is never an issue for me. It's the tail end. Okay, I've thoroughly coated my brow. I'm going to let that dry down a bit. I have sparse brows, but I also have thick brows in that each strand is thick. When it comes to manipulating them, they definitely have a strength that's hard to change directions. I'm not crazy about the spoolie that comes with the product because it just twists and turns. I'll probably switch over to my own. I wanted to try the one that they included. Okay, I am finding that this has pretty much dried down, so I'm gonna brush it upward. I can tell some brow hairs don't want to stay, but I'm gonna like press it down, hold it. Once it dries, I'm gonna go in with some fill-in product. I like that it's nice and clean, just has this sliding. You don't really have to pull out a whole bar of soap that's, you know, in a box or something. This is really nice. I'm just filling them in a bit with both powder and pencil. Overall, this worked fairly well. The really stubborn brow hairs that I have are still not pointing up. They just want to do their own thing, but most of them are. We've got 2 or 3 problem hairs over here and 2 or 3 over here, and that's very normal for me. I've got really nice bold brows now. With something like this, I just clean up around the edges with a cleaner spoolie. I did prepare a custom Viseart palette. So pretty, right? So pretty. These will provide a really lovely base. Okay, with my IT Cosmetics Airbrush Shadow Brush, I'll go into the cyan color from my Editorial Brights and lay this as a base for my lovely Scarab shade. I don't want to do full opacity, which is why I'm using a fluffy brush instead of a flat brush. And then with the lime green, I'll layer that along the inner third and the crease. Most of this is going to be covered with the duochrome, so I'm not too concerned about getting everything perfect, perfectly blended, perfectly symmetrical. It's a matter of trying to get the opacity a similar point. Super pretty, right? I'm gonna switch brushes to a Up and Up blending brush and go into this soft pink color right underneath the brow. And a little bit of white at the highest point to brighten that up, to work with my skin tone. And the peachy color lightly go right underneath the highest point of the brow, just to create a little bit of dimension there, lift the brow a little. Oh yes, this one is my Moda Click Shadow Brush, the yellow, right here. Blending that right into our lime, creating a nice base for glitter. Okay, with a little bit of white, I'm gonna soften that outer edge. I'd like to start deepening the crease for sort of that 60s look. So I'm gonna take the mustard first and start to place that navy. Just going to pat that into a shape like that. Going back into this brush, picking up more cyan and softly blending. Okay, jumping in with my first Natasha Denona. Going to place this onto the lid. This is Scarab, by the way. You can see why it wasn't that necessary to have perfect blending or anything underneath this. You don't even really need base coats with this product because it's pretty intense. It's also very easy to use. You can use a brush, a sponge, your finger, or like I'm doing, just use the applicator. Really love this color. She used an analogous color scheme with this one, so the shift is very clean and vibrant. I'm going to take a bit of Ultraviolet on the back of my hand here. And with a brush, this is a Morphe brush R39. I'm going to pick this product up and blend it right into the underbrow. I'm going to first lay down a bit of, this one here. Place that into the inner corner. It has a beautiful purple pink glow. And then we're going to take some of the Natasha Denona and layer that right on top for a vibrancy bump. Okay, now for the lower lash line, I'm going to need my cyan again. This time we're going to work with purple with it. So going really bold and intense and smoked out underneath. With my BOM 49 small flat brush, I'll pick up my purple right here. Bring this up close to the lash line. Bringing it onto the upper lash line as well. Straight across. Okay, and then Dragonfly, I'm going to put right in the center underneath. Picking up a little bit of the purple. Working that in. Okay, now we've got the glitters to work with. So I've got Hopeless Romantic, which is a gold chunky glitter, and Disco Lady, which is also a chunky glitter, but it's got this translucency to it and it flashes purple. And it's so pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and use a little flat brush. This is a Wet n Wild brush. Layer this on top of the brow area. Anywhere I feel like I might have put too much, whisk away with a spoolie. I'm going to take some onto the lid as well. Down the center. I don't know about you, but I feel like glitter is such that you don't need to be precise. It's gonna do its own thing. It'll look scattered and give its own type of vibe. So I'm not gonna try and control it too much. I'm just gonna slather it on there. And then use Hopeless Romantic. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am waiting to do any cleanup until after I have the glitter, because I'm going to have to clean up after the glitter anyway. And before I go into Hopeless Romantic, I do want to take a bit of this gold duochrome, lay a nice shiny base right here. That's where the glitter's going. And underneath Dragonfly. So that the color down the center has a little bit of a change in color and tone. And then with my little brush, dipping into our very chunky glitter. This one has little hearts in it. It's very cute. I'm going to put this underneath on the center there. You can also use your fingers if you want. If you want, you can put down glitter glue first. I really like the glue from Eye Candy. I find these stick okay on their own. I put black all the way around. I'm periodically cleaning off the tip of my pencil in case any glitter got on it. I don't want to be working glitter into my eye. I think that really brought something nice to the look, a fierceness. Okay, and then mascara. Okay, with every step along the way, I'm conscientious of where the glitter is because I don't want any glitter in my eyes. So if any glitter got on the mascara brush, I wipe it off, etc. I'm going to put some magnetic falsies on, but I want my mascara to dry first. And this is a good time to clean up. So I'm actually going to go to the sink and use water to carefully remove any extra glitter particles, any fallout down by the cheeks. And I'll be right back. For foundation, I'm using my Ket Cosmetics Hydro Foundation in 02. I'm going to mix a little bit of R3 in there as well to get my perfect match at the moment. Optical foundation brush from Urban. I want a really nice clean base. We've got so much going on the eyes. I really want to cancel everything else out. I don't want the complexion to be too luminous either. More of a matte finish. Okay, to get a nice clean complexion right around the eyes, I will use a bit of 01 in the cream format. Again from Ket. This is my Isam T43. I'm going to take a bit of my Ket color corrector and mix that in as well for this inner corner. Okay, with a little sable hairbrush from Isam, the W36, I'm going to pull in a bit of the white pigment and just blend over the edge along the bottom here. Really love sable hairbrushes for this task. It really moves the product beautifully. I don't have to go over it too many times to get that blend. To finish up the look, I would like to do a lipstick that has like a mustardy tone to it. This one is Solus Mortem from Necromancy Cosmetica. And I think it just plays really nicely with the blues and greens. And even the purple, because it has this yellow undertone to it, so it just bounces back and forth. Thankfully, I don't feel like I need a lip liner with these. I want a very natural looking blush on me, just like my natural color, so it doesn't stand out too much. And that color for me, unfortunately, is a limited edition Hourglass shade, but if you look really nice in peachy tones, maybe you'd prefer something like that. But this is the Vivid Flush from the Year of the Pig. I got a couple of backups of this, so I'm like down with using it, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna use my Wayne Goss fan brush from last year to very lightly brush this on because I don't want it to stand out too much. I just want it to look like my natural flush. The Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula in Sunkissed. It's a little bit warmer. Bring that on the backs of the cheeks. Putting a little bit on my nose and spritz my face with the Sulwhasoo First Care Activating Serum Mist. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for joining me today. I had clearly a lot of fun with my face today. I will catch you in my next one. Bye, my friend.